Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. Welcome to the channel. Today I am going to start a brand new planner for 2025. I am super excited about this. I got a new lamp for filming and it's a little like the lighting is a little intense. So if this lighting bothers you, please let me know because I can change it. Anyway, this is my brand new planner that I'm going to be using. I have run the course with this planner for 2024. I love Sadie Stickers. I love her products. I will continue to support and endorse her products. However, I needed something to change for myself. So I picked up this Estelle. I did an unboxing video, but I did just want to set it up. Now, I don't really know how to set these planners up. Oh, there's a kitty here who's probably going to join us. Okay, so could you still see everything? Okay, you can. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. All right, so these were the ends. I don't have like a dashboard for this yet. I picked up these Caress Press tab covers here because this planner is actually undated. So, and the reason I did that was because some of my weeks are going to take up 7 days and some of them are not. So while I'm not sure what those days will be yet, I am looking, oh, there's a very curious kitty sniffing things. I am going to be using this planner. I know people set these side things up, so I thought I would do something like that. And then I also have this really cute vinyl sticker from Beautiful Mess Plans Co. I have this little sticker from Once More with Love that I was just going to stick there. And that's it. That's as much setting up as I'm going to do. Okay. I did have this really cute Hannah large name situation in Pixie Rose that I thought might be fun to put. Now, which one should I use? Probably the smaller one. Or should I just go for it? I'm just going to go for it. It's really pretty. Okay. So, because I don't know when I'm going to make stuff like this again, honestly. Okay. Wow. That is like glitz glamour. Crazy. All right, I'll save this one probably for my new bullet journal, which I have yet to set up because I'm not setting my bullet journal up until February. This is going to be a little different for me. Okay, so there is the planner. Okay, so next up you'll see this is the 2025 overview, and then there's a weekly kit schedule that's listed here. What do you think, Eloise? She's like really into it. Oh, she's smelling my candle too. Okay. Well, the first kit I'm going to use is called 2025. So I will be putting that one in. I do know actually the next month's worth of kits, so maybe I'll just add those in real quick. All right, I'm gonna take this out and this page out. I'm gonna close this planner up for the moment and just kind of move it out of the way so that I can do the next parts here. Okay. If, you know, My cat will let me. We'll see. We'll see what she does. So this actually looks way too big. And I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. First of all, I'm just going to cut the edge here, even though it is perfectly symmetrical. I am going to cut this because I don't think I sized to this correctly. Yes, I am aware that this is a Valentine's Day dashboard. Do I care? No, I don't. I'm just going to trim some of the bottom so that I can get all of it on there. Okay. The last thing I need to do is peel this off, and this is the part where I get very nervous because there's like all this sticker snow on my table. Look at cat hair everywhere, all the time. All the time. Okay. So the tricky part with these is that you want to sort of start it, but not finish it. And I apologize, you can see my really bad at-home manicure that I did. Look, it's all messed up. I'm gonna have to redo it later. But so what I like to do is just fold a little bit off the top and then fold it down. And then what you do is peel it away like so. So we're gonna line it up exactly where I want it. Like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna carefully pull it down and while holding this flat, just kind of smoothing it down as I go. Look at that. It's perfect. Okay. Now I did have a kit that actually matches this that I was going to use right here. So I have to print it. I have not printed it yet. I'm really, really good at this 2025 thing, guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the dashboard back in the planner. And now it's nice and chunky. So I'll do that. I don't know. I like how stiff this dashboard is. I think it looks good. Okay. So we're going to put that aside for now. And now we have, this is brand new to me because for several reasons. One, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. One, it is separate. Two, it has rings. Three, it's a totally different format because it has little lines on it. So what I'm going to do is, oh, wow. I actually pulled more than I was supposed to pull. So now this is starting to look like a more traditional Plan With Me style. So you can see I'm planning to use this like sparkly hollow stuff. These are all my remainders. So thought I would use that to make it a little sparkly. Okay, so this is my kit. This is Planner Pixie Co. I cut it myself, so it's a little jagged. This is new art from her shop. This is called 2025. I originally got it because I thought that the living room scene looked just like the living room. Actually, here, let me do that so you can see. I can see better. The living room scene looks just like my in-laws' living room. And amazingly, this year I was not there for New Year's. So I'm a little sad about that. But you can see all the different art things here. Okay. And these are foldable. kit came with a lot of pages. She did sell a pre-foiled version of this, but I wasn't feeling up to it. I do have this Scribble Prints Co. 2025. This was supposed to be for my bullet journal as well. Okay, so welcome to the channel, guys. Thank you so much. I am really excited to be using this planner for the first time. And I gotta tell you, it was a little jarring to have everything sideways and just loose. I didn't think it would bother me, but it did a little bit. The paper also felt a little thinner than the other paper I'd been used to, so I was trying to be really careful about where I put everything. You're gonna see a lot of toe beans and kitties in this video because when I filmed it, my husband was still out of town, and so I think my cats were kind of starved for affection. And wherever I was this day, they needed to be around me. So I have three cats. Their names are Eloise, Simone, and Scooter. They actually have their own Instagram account that my husband manages. And if you're interested, I can link that down below. But this was like, they were just very interested in all of my planning stuff, and they've seen me do it all the time. Sorry, it's a little cut off there. I actually didn't find the lines on the bottom to be particularly helpful for the washi placement, and that was a little disappointing, but I'd been doing that sort of freehand for years because the Sadie Stickers planners don't have lines on the bottom at all. So I was able to get all of that done on my own, and I'm sorry that the video is cut off a little bit. I was still trying to play with spacing and what could go where and all of that, so it's all a work in progress, really. But I didn't have a traditional bundle to go with this, and I've been using bundles so frequently for the past several Plan With Me's that I was actually a little bit unmoored to not have anything underneath. So I eventually do go in and add those glittery underlays off camera because I found that I had a couple extra in Sparkly Hollow, and I was like, you know what, let me just do it. It didn't actually make a huge difference, but I think it made a difference to me as I was laying the stickers down. So I'm just adding some hollow special effects here. I didn't really have enough full boxes to do what I wanted to do with this kit, and so I just added one of the plain quote boxes, and then I added that balloon sticker. All of those little deco pieces are from Sadie Stickers. And I couldn't find my January sticker at the time, but I found it eventually, so it will reappear in later parts of this video. So this week, I actually did plan every single day of the same week. So I was able to just lay all of that out right away. Moving forward, I may or may not be doing that. I think actually for the next few weeks, I am doing that. So we'll see. Oh, so this is the first time I'm applying hole reinforcers. And because the hole reinforcers were so light and so sparkly, I just could not figure out if I was putting them in the right places. Also, there were the little insides of the holes did not come away clean, so I kind of had to push them through to get them in the right place. So that's why a lot of that looks like it's happening off camera because I literally couldn't see where I was putting these things. This brought me all the way back to middle school where I did have a ring binder that I used loosely for. That's what we were required to do. This was before the days of Chromebooks, guys, when everybody had their own laptop, where we had to go to computer lab if we wanted to use a computer. Oh my gosh, I'm so old. But I remember for certain pages, I had to get these hole reinforcers to make sure that the paper didn't tear. So they have more of a functional than a pretty value, actually, for these kinds of planners, especially for these early pages because they're going to be in the planner the longest. So they have to be capable of flipping back and forth more consistently. So I picked this particular kit for New Year's because, as I mentioned earlier in the video, The living room looks exactly like the living room that my in-laws have, and that's usually where we spend New Year's. However, this year I had to fly back a day early for a doctor's appointment, so I was unable to spend New Year's with my husband, and we kind of had to do a long distance thing together, which I will get into a little bit more when I get into the day by day. But I am an extrovert who married an introvert, and most of my friends, like my good friends that I've known for a very long time, and I know myself with them, they live in New York. So for me to be alone for these last few days was just hard for me. And anyway, so let's get into the day by day. On Sunday the 30th, I had to go to the doctor. This was the doctor's appointment that I had flown home for. And I kind of messed up the spacing a little bit. So I do a thing that might irk some people. I just put labels on top of the headers. Like if I need it to fit, I'm going to make it fit. And I don't really care if I have to cover up a glitter header to do it because in my mind the glitter headers are purely aesthetic. So if I can make it more functional for me, then I'm going to do it. But anyway, so I was trying to count the sizing of all the different stickers that I'd pulled, and some of them required bigger labels than little things. But anyway, so Monday, first thing I did was I marked, excuse me, that I had to go to the doctor at a 7 a.m. appointment, which was not fantastic because I slept really poorly the night before because I got in so late with all of the airport stuff that was going on. Um, so after I did that, I went to Publix and picked up some groceries because I didn't have any groceries at home. And you'll see I marked fireplace. That's from Once More with Love. That was, we had our fireplace inspected because you're supposed to do it every 3 years. And they told us, you should really run it for 8 hours straight to kind of get the gassy smell out. So I was forced, quote unquote, to run my fireplace all day. Shocker. I did order McDonald's that day. I called my mom. I got my Aunt Flo, and I FaceTimed my husband. So that was Monday. Tuesday was New Year's Eve, and I had this little script left over from a Beautiful Mess Plans Co. sampler. It was a very chill New Year's Eve for me. I was invited to go to my friends and my neighbors for a game night, which was super fun, and I'm so glad that I went. So I did do that. I finally watched this Hallmark movie that I've been meaning to watch for over a year, procrastinate much, called A Biltmore Christmas, and it was actually very cute. I liked it. I did buy a 2025 Hustle Sanely planner. I was inspired to just like change up some things, and so I did use a sampler from Carly Plans to mark that. I spent the day printing and cutting stickers to sort of set myself up for 2025. And of course, I had the time, so that was really good. Oh, you're going to see me use this is a great addition to Planner Pixie Co kits. They are sort of built-in extender half boxes, so you get 3 half boxes for the space of one, and I'm really excited about that. I did have to finish my CEUs because it was my 3-year deadline. Can you tell I waited until the last minute? Um, but I did do that. I did pay my dues. I made party foods. I made French onion dip. The little stick with the plan icon that I put here makes it look like I was doing like brain surgery. I was not. And then I used a scribbler from Scribble Prints Co. to mark that it was game night at my neighbor's house. We had such a fun time. We played lots of different games. It was great. I enjoyed it. And then I did FaceTime my husband at midnight, who was watching the ball drop with his parents. And at that point, I think, he stayed up for me because he's the best, but I think he would have been happy to go to bed at like 9 o'clock and just called it a night. But he did stay up with me, and we did sort of virtually kiss at midnight, which was kind of sweet. So then on Wednesday the 1st, I didn't mark that it was New Year's Day, but I did mark that we had the day off. And I used this really cute Once More with Love sticker to mark that I was like was herkle-dirkling in bed, reading and just doing all the things. I wrote movie night because I watched 3 movies this day, and Call the Midwife. But I watched Good Grief, I watched Joy, and I watched a 3rd movie, which now I can't remember off the top. Oh, I started The Miracle Club, I think. All of those movies are on Netflix. They're all really great movies. Joy, trigger warning, is about IVF, so just knowing that. Also, trigger warning, Call the Midwife is about pregnant women in the 1960s and 70s in England. So great show, though. I did make a Lego poinsettia that I had purchased for myself at Costco a while ago, and it was much more involved than I thought it was going to be. I did FaceTime with my husband and I did clean the litter box because that's what I do when my husband's not here. Usually he takes care of it, to be honest. So on the 2nd, I did have to work this day, but I had a teacher work day, and I actually had to go back to the doctor for another blood draw because they weren't completely satisfied with the blood draw that I had. They were like, "You're almost there, but not quite." So I did take a shower first thing in the morning, and then I went to my doctor, and then I did go into work. I went into work a little bit later this day. It was like 8:30, and I was just working on paperwork, writing reports. And my principal came by and was like, "Hey, if you want to go work from home, you absolutely can," which was really nice of her. So I stayed until about 11:30 doing paperwork. I'm just making another one of those extender half boxes because each kit comes with 2. So after work, I did go to the library because I had a hold and I had some books I needed to return. Um, and then after the library, I went to McDonald's. Yes, I went again, and did a pickup order. So I ordered in advance and then just sat there and waited curbside. And I was listening to a really creepy podcast. And so when the driver came to give me my food, I was like very embarrassed because I was listening to like, serial killer stuff and it's not a great look when you're someone's giving you food. Um and then I did some more planning stuff at home and I watched Call the Midwife. And I actually finished everything I could watch on Call the Midwife. I think the new season is coming in March. So on we're on Friday. I fed my kitties. I took out the trash and recycling, and then I went back into work again. I brought my little green machine with me, and I just spent the time cleaning my room, trying to reorganize everything and the chaos that I'd left it when I left before winter break. And so it was so satisfying to clean the rug that my kids sit on. I won't even tell you, it was horrifying how dirty that rug was. So now I know I need to really clean it like every month, which is annoying, but I can do it. After I worked all day, I went to Target and ran some errands. I called my mom and my dad, and I called my husband. I did get Happy Mail this day. I filmed the sticker haul, and then because it was Friday, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let the cats sleep with me. We never let them do this because we're just too afraid that we're gonna roll over on them or something. Oh, and I messed up the positioning there, but whatever. And so I did let them sleep with me. Look, I also went into the washi. This is like strike 2 for people who watch these Plan With Me's religiously. You're not supposed to do this. I didn't have space and I needed the space and I didn't have a foil thing there. So I'm using it. They woke me up so many times in the middle of the night. I finally kicked them out at 4 in the morning. I was like, nope, we tried this. It didn't work. They had the zoomies and they were dashing up above my headboard. And I was like, I cannot sleep. So for a while, the mama cat slept with me like pretty consistently. And that was really cute. And I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. It didn't last. um, so then on Saturday, I spent the majority of the day organizing my stickers. I filmed that video. Um, and I watched, oh, this is when I watched Joy and the Miracle Club. Whoops, I guess I didn't watch those yet. Um, but I also started watching the Fantastic Beasts series. I'd seen the first one in theaters, but I'd not seen the second and third one. So I decided, let me just do a marathon. I'll do all of them, and that'll be that. I did set this planner up, so that video was filmed and uploaded already. And then I just used a fireplace sticker to mark that I relaxed. This was probably the night I was the loneliest because I really didn't have anything else to do. I didn't talk to anybody else. Like, it was just a very, very, and in fact, it wasn't until Monday that I realized that I'd left my trash bin out on the curb all weekend long. I didn't leave the house on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, I had major Sunday scaries because I hadn't been to work with students for this will be a full 2 weeks. So I was like very nervous. But anyway, I started reading a new book on my Kindle called What's Next, which is about the West Wing, and it's so good. Highly recommend. I did record voiceovers and upload that stickers from Pink Diamond Planner Co. I did do my January monthly setup, and I also cleaned the litter box. I started getting back into paint by numbers. I started to paint by numbers a while ago. Can you tell I'm undiagnosed ADHD? And I had this audiobook of my book club book, the serial killer one. It's called Notes on an Execution. It's very dark, and the audio is even darker. But it was really satisfying to sit there and plan with my and just listen to the audiobook and paint. And I was like, this is the ultimate in relaxation. So I need to do this way more often. Um, so then I did experience some major Sunday scaries, and I called my husband at the end of the day, at the end of the night. But sometimes what is it? Anticipation is worse than the act, right? So it is what it is. But that finishes out this day by day. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I think this came out really, really well. I tried to, oh, I realized I didn't do the sidebar. I just wrote Happy 2025 and added a little fireworks sticker there just to give it some space. Um, Moving forward, I think I'm going to change how I do the sidebar spacing, but I just thought, oh, so cute. I didn't even watch fireworks on New Year's. This art is so misleading. But so I'm going to show you in just a second the full spread. And so there it is, all zoomed out. You can see all the different sparkles really, really well. Um, and then I decided to put it into my planner so you can actually see what it looks like in there. So I started to do my monthly spread, which I'm not sure if I'm going to upload that video or not. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments because right now I'm thinking not. But anyway, so there it is. It looks fantastic. I love it. I love it so much. I think it's a great way to start the year. And I am really excited to keep sharing these plan with me's. These were just my leftover remainders. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments down below. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, happy 2025. All right, thanks and take care, guys. Bye.